if he's not been able to live up to that expectation, we all know him to be. There should be questions about about the manager's tactics. He's left out of the African Player of the Year, which
he's out
he
now.
was supposed to be there.
Inaki also scored two brilliant goals. Another week of exciting football entertainment in the world of football. The Black Stars boys doing amazing. Though when they come home, it's a different story altogether. We'll be talking about a lot of Black Stars and other football conversations as well. As usual, I have GH Armando in the building.
Yeah, man.
Right. Interesting round of games over the weekend.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we are always busy when it comes to football. Weekends, weekdays, and all of that.
All the time.
What generally? What is your impression over the weekend?
Well,
you had some, good time.
Amazing football, and I mean, it's always nice to be in this moment all the time. Right. It's always nice for football people. We just love the game. Anything by the game, we are on for it.
Right. And also, we had some Black Star players or Ghana players doing abroad amazingly well. Yes. And I just want us to have a little chit-chat about them. Over the weekend, Inaki scored a brace. And that was, shocking because when he comes to Ghana,
it doesn't happen that way.
And it's funny how things, tend to be the other way around when these guys come back home. Even Kudus scored. Though unfortunately they lost, and other unfortunate incidents which we'll talk about in this video, he also scored. Who are some of the other Black Star players that have been doing well over the week?
Notably, I think aside those that you've mentioned, Fatah Isako has been fantastic. And I've been talking about this young man for his importance to the Leicester team for a while now. So I think he did a lot of.
He changed the game basically
completely.
Right. And when there were two goals
down. Yes. Yeah. He came on and then completely changed the game. Took the game to the Southampton players.
Giving an assist,
and they eventually won the game.
Right.
Another player that I think has been doing well, even though hasn't been able to come back to the Black Stars, is Baba Rahman.
Right.
I mean, he's on fire.
Let me correct that statement. It's not because hasn't been able to come. Refused to come.
Yes.
Right.
That's right. That's actually the correct thing, because he has been explaining that he needs some time.
Some time out.
So I think Baba has been fantastic, scoring
Superb.
during the weekend again.
Superb.
He's been doing it over and over.
I'm trying to reach out to him and for us to have a conversation on the Chelsea.
Yeah.
He has been a Chelsea player. For us to have a conversation around. I'll send him a message and see whether we can get him.
Hopefully we'll get him.
Right.
Very
right.
important.
Brother, he's a brother. So,
yes, and of course, Ibrahim Osman scoring his first goal for Feyenoord, even though he's on loan from Brighton. So I think a very positive weekend for the Ghanaian boys.
Right.
And it's always amazing. It's always nice to see, good feeling to see them performing out there. But the question has always been, why don't they replicate the same in the Ghanaian GC? Which I think we have answers to that.
Absolutely.
And absolutely. For that matter, let's keep supporting these boys. And I know, hopefully, if the right things are done here in Ghana, whenever they can, we'll see the results as well.
But, we've all seen the quality of Fatah.
Yeah.
We all know the quality of Fatah. I think in that game, he I don't know how to put it. He hit his signature strike.
That
one of it. Very well known for.
Yes.
In the I don't know whether it was under 17 or under 20 when he played. He scored a similar.
So many of them.
Right. Yeah. That's Kel.
Yeah.
He hit the bar.
Cut in and then hit.
He was superb in the game against their game against what's the name? Southampton. But for some time now, he's always starting from the bench.
Yeah.
Is there some disconnect somewhere? Is it because in as much as he did well in this particular game, there are some games that he really hasn't been able to be up to the task. Do you think there is some disconnect somewhere with regards to him and the manager of Leicester?
I think, for me, it's part of the manager to always get the best out of his players.
Right.
We all know what he did last season. Isako Abdel Fattah. We all know what he can do for the Leicester team. I think he was probably one of the most important players in the setup.
If not the most important.
If not the most.
Player, right.
So for me, coming into the new season, we all know the Premier League is different from the Championship. But for me, I think the Championship is more difficult than the Premier League in some cases. So if he's not been able to live up to that to the expectation we all know him to be, there should be questions about about the manager's tactics and his involvement. So for me, like I said, even way back, that if we want to get the best out of the boy, then the manager has to help. If he's not getting it from him, what are the way forward? What are the tactics that is?
Because you know he has something.
He has that quality.
He has something, right?
He has that quality.
Right.
And after this game, we've seen high profile personnel from England and other places praising him. What he does with the ball is exceptional. Like,
amazing.
he will come at you right the moment he got the ball. Fullbacks fear this kind of approach. Players, they actually don't like playing against this kind of wingers.
Right.
So why has he been able to replicate his last season performances? That's a big question. Now Steve Cooper, who's now the manager of Leicester City, has to find a solution. Why? He started some couple of games and he didn't really do well. Why? Let's as a manager.
And that is part of your job.
That is part of your job too.
You can't just throw your hands in the air and say that because he's not
doing well, he'll sit him down.
I think basically, I mean, it was a great weekend for him, and you could know from his socials that
he's a lovely boy.
He
always
and I think that is one of the things he brings to the Leicester team. You cannot go without noticing his entertaining prowess as a young talent. And it makes the fans of Leicester City excited.
Yeah,
he entertains them, and they just love him.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things I like about him. Though other people think that is
too much.
But everybody has his own personality. Yeah. If he can be there and still put out the performances, why not? He's
a lovely boy.
Why not? They love it. He just has one life to live. Let him live it.
I love the song.
I think even when they went to Premier League, they did a song. He
has a beautiful song.
They composed and he was part of the performance.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now let's go to West Ham. West Ham hasn't really been very good from the start of the season. They had a win in their last game. Unfortunately, they went back to losing ways. A lot of things happened.
Yeah.
We excited Kudus scored, but another incident that happened that caught the attention of the international football community is the behavior of Kudus in that game. And we spoke about it in the review of the game, but it has come out to a lot of people, and I was listening to some other media personnel who still also saw it as frustration from what the Black Star went through against Sudan, and subsequent issues that have been happening in regards to the camp of the Black Stars. What do you think of? Because for me, I think it was a no.
Yeah.
Even how he tackled the other player was wrong.
Yes.
Once he's on the floor and you cannot see the ball, you don't kick.
Yeah.
You take your time. If the referee doesn't whistle, definitely the ball will come out one way or the other.
Then you move on.
But then the frustration really was visible.
Yes.
And it went on to the slabs after the guy asked him whether he was stupid.
Yeah.
Then and all of that.
It wasn't necessary. And I also commented in one of the videos saying that I think it's because of how he performed personally from the international stages during the international break. Naturally, these emotions will come. These emotions will come.
A lot. And also his team not been performing. Up there. So it's like there are a lot of emotions involved.
Emotions going through his head. So for me, emotionally he was affected by definitely by what is happening around the Black Stars and all. And of course, West Ham hasn't been at their best.
Top,
And for a player like his quality, he wants to be there. He just feel like, no, this is not where we are supposed to be.
Because the team performance affects your individual
Definitely,
performance.
it affects him. You can remember he's left out of the African Player of the Year, which
he's out
he
now.
was supposed to be there.
Right.
But what he has done the year under review. So for me, a lot of things are going on in his mind, and he has to be careful. His team has to actually talk to him because he shouldn't make it. He shouldn't let it get worse after this. He should learn his lessons.
Right.
This one is gone.
Yes. He should stay calm and just play his football.
His football, right.
Because I mean, the Kudus I know.
We all know he's not that.
He's not.
Yes.
He's not violent as we witnessed.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be taken for granted, but he's not that violent.
He's not.
We witness. So something is wrong. And
yes,
I think
definitely.
He should be spoken to. Though we are not justifying the behavior, but I mean, these things happen.
Yeah.
So he should be spoken to and then
that's true.
Put right. Inaki also scored two brilliant goals
yes.
for Athletic Club Bilbao. What is your take on the Inaki? Striker?
Inaki, we all know him. He's been doing it for years in the Atletico team, and the problem is still the same. Why not in the Black Stars team? And we all know he's from he grew up in a different environment.
Yeah, culture.
Different culture, and everything was different for him.
I mean, let's not talk much because we already know what
he's capable of. So until we find
solutions to the
home side, then something is wrong.
Right.